What's up everybody? I just wanted to make a quick video about the electric unicycles and the current legal state of them in Sweden. What risk do you expose yourself for riding these, and what does the law actually say about these vehicles? So I'm just gonna get right into it and tell you more about it. There are a lot of misconceptions out there, so I wanted to clear some things up. First of all, many people think that the electric unicycles are in the grey zone in terms of the law here in Sweden. But that is not true. There's actually very clear rules that you need to follow. One of the most important rules is that the vehicle itself can only be designed to go tops 20 kilometers an hour. So it isn't enough that you only ride 20 kilometers an hour. The vehicle actually needs to be designed for it. And it's not even enough that you can lower the speed setting in an app or whatever, because it needs to be hardware controlled, not software controlled. So there are no motor watt limitations to self-balancing vehicles, in contradiction to, for example, scooters, where you can only have a maximum of 250 watts motor for it to be classified as a bicycle and that, in that way be legal. But for self-balancing vehicles, as long as they go 20 kilometers an hour, there is no actual limitation on watts the motor can have, since it's a self-balancing vehicle and they usually need a bigger motor to be able to self-balance. It's also very important to note that if you get into an accident while riding an electric unicycle, you can't have any insurance to cover it, because no one insures electric unicycles as they are illegal. And if you get stopped by the police, you are riding an illegal device. You could face a fine. It's called olovlig körning here in Sweden, which basically means non-permitted driving. And depending on how fast you were going, or how severe the crime is, you can get a fine or even jail time, and have your driver license pulled if you have a driver license for cars, for example. So that is why I would like to say it's very important to take it slow around people and cars, ride within your limits and your wheels limits, and wear proper gear to minimize the risk of getting injured. And I would also say it minimizes the risk of getting stopped by the police if you're riding respectfully and having gear and keeping up with the 20 km speed limit, so not speeding. I would also want to talk about all these new wheels that comes out, like the InMotion V13, the Big Old Master, all of those wheels that goes 80 km an hour plus. I don't really see a use case for them in Sweden. I mean, sure, if you want to risk it, you can buy them, you can go insanely fast, and it's up to you. But for me, I usually ride on bike lanes, I commute with this thing to work, and I don't really see the benefit of being able to drive 80 kilometers an hour when I'm only allowed to do 20 on a bicycle lane. This is also the reason why I haven't upgraded myself yet to a faster and bigger electric unicycle. I am leaning towards something with suspension, because I think that would be super nice, but as far as speed limit, I think the InMotion V11 would be enough, having a top speed of 55 kilometers an hour. I don't really see the need of going 60, 80 or 90 kilometers an hour. Here you have it. That's the current legal state of electric unicycles in Sweden. There's no gray zone, you are on a legal device, you won't have an insurance cover it. Please be careful, and remember to ride safely and respect the rules of the road. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.